Hey guys, got Nintendo NES here, doing the flashing blinking grey light with the flashing grey screen. This is probably one of the easiest fixes on any console to do. It was probably the first fix of any console I ever done. It's probably what started me messing around with consoles. So we'll take you over and start this. Just Phillips screws. See the front of this console. It's like someone has been, I don't know, prying at it or something, so let's see what's going on there. Anyway, with the 6 screws out, the top of the lid just lifts right off. And then the next step is to undo all these screws. They're all Phillips screws holding down this shielding. The screws removed, shielding just lifts off. This is what we've been looking for. Access to the cartridge connector. Undo these 6 screws. These 2 screws are pretty much the only screws that are different in the whole console. These 2 silver ones, just remember where they go for when you're putting it back together. Really see here someone's been prying at the console, whatever they were doing. I also noticed this console was missing a screw, which means someone has been inside here before. Not that that matters. This board will just lift up then. You don't want to take the whole board out. You've got your 3 connectors. One here, they just pull straight out. Not really important for what we're doing. This just lifts straight off. This is just held onto the board just by force. Good idea to give this a clean while you're here. This connector with isopropyl. It's generally not the problem, but while you're here, here's a look at the cartridge connector. This is the side that actually grips the card. Now people go on about boiling these in vinegar or something, just boiling them in water, and I have done that. It doesn't hurt, but I found it tends to be unnecessary. This one isn't too bad, but just the contacts looked kind of oxidized, not oxidized, but dirty. I cleaned them with just a brush, toothbrush and a bit of isopropyl, some electrical contact cleaner. What I find, what the biggest thing that can happen, and this one isn't too bad, when you look at these contacts here, they'll have been pushed down. It seems to me always happen to the outside ones more than the middle ones for some reason. But what you want to do to fix them, you just get something, this is a broken, kind of hooked, and just get it in and just pull them up a touch. And you don't want to go yank them, because these can come out, these little pins. Pull them up a touch. Hard to do it around the camera. But you get in and you just work your way along. Just you don't want to pull it too hard or anything, just pull it up a bit. And in my experience that nearly always fixes these. And you can get a new connector in the end if that doesn't work, but I prefer to fix the old connectors. They feel better. I find the new ones nearly always have that deck grip where the cartridge feels really tight. If you pull these up way too far, you can make that happen as well. Just pull them up a bit, give them a clean, mostly fix it. If you see some of them are flat, pull them up. Putting the console back together is fairly straightforward. Your holes will line up so you know you're in the right area. When putting this back on, it's important to remember there's a little tab here that actually goes under the circuit board. Just you can miss it sometimes, and then when you actually go to screw it down you realise it's not sitting correctly. Now it's just a matter of make sure your tabs are lined up. Now it's just a matter of screwing all the screws back in. Remember that the two silver screws go in these holes here. Before I put this back together any further, once I've did this all connected to the board fairly, I'm going to go and test it. No point having it all back together to realise it doesn't work. We are back at the console now. I'll just test it out. It's worth noting a lot of times, like if you didn't want to go much further than taking off the shield, you would probably just get in there with a brush, a toothbrush, and give them a clean. It would probably in a lot of cases actually solve the problem, or at least get the console up and going, if for whatever reason you didn't want to go any deeper than taking off the lid and the shield. Okay guys, there's not going to show you putting it back together, there's nothing really to see there, you're just sticking screws back in. Thanks for watching.